Gary Pearson here. Today we're going to talk about your follow through for a general beginner and what you should do on your forehand side. So with your forehand, just to go over a couple of things, just to reinforce a little bit. If you don't step this way, because this stepping this way promotes this round your body and this swing here. That round the body is not really the best thing, because it's like trying to hit the ball straight down this line or down this floorboard, but the racket's only in the right spot for a split second of the time, so it doesn't make too much sense. So with advance, what happens, we generally have more of a pendulum swing, where like you even pick this line, where I bring my racket down and through and out. So if I have to go and take a higher ball, I'll take my racket in front of my body, go out there, and out there. So that will happen. I'll even lean back a little bit and go out there and out there. And so I'm still, even though I'm going a higher and higher and higher ball, I'm still keeping my racket down the floorboard, rather than this around your body and thinking it's just going to work. What happens is it's such a difficult thing to get the ball straight down the wall all the way, that you'd be going around your body, you're just not going to have a future as far as repetitive quality that is worth, that's going to get you anywhere. It's not, one shot will be magnificent, but the next four will be terrible. And that's pretty much how it will work. Okay, so our follow through, let's have a look at what we do. Forehand. We've got our 45-degree stance, because we've spoken about our stance, and if we step there, it promotes that around the body. That's no good. Let's open up. Look at our hip. We want to hit off our back hip. We want to hit through, and that's all pretty cool, and it works really, really well. Let's take a look at cricket. The cricketers, they bowl 100 miles an hour. The ball comes down, and basically what they'll do is they'll just go through the line of the ball. They'll keep everything in line, and they'll go there and off it'll shoot, and if they want to hit it over there, they'll angle the bat. So they'll angle it over there to make it go that way. They'll angle it over there to make it go that way. They'll straighten it up to make it go that way. So they've got this range of about there and there. They can hit off a front foot drive. And they've done everything with this, which is just what we want to do with squash. That's going to give you a reasonable amount of direction if we keep the racket down the line. So their follow through, let's look at their follow through. They go from there, they hit, and then all of a sudden they go out this way, and they do that. That elbow goes up there, and the bat stays down the same line. So they try and go from here, they try and hit the same line they want to hit, and they'll follow through out. They're not doing this out there and turning over and seeing where it went over there. It doesn't work like that. They follow down the line. So why would we think that we're going to go from here and go like that and hit the ball down the line to where we want it to go? Doesn't make sense. What happens, we need the racket to go down the line, and then from the follow through, it needs to stay out open and through. So what I do when I coach sometimes, I'll get somebody to swing. I'll go, okay, swing, no ball, here it is, swing, there. And then I'll go, okay, I want to put the ball in your racket. I want you to finish there. It's racket open to the roof, so just like that. So I'll put the ball in the racket just like that when they finish. So there, swing there, here, swing there, here, swing there. Now, if I turn my wrist over, if I swing through and turn my wrist over, see where the racket head goes? All the way over to there. But if I turn my wrist over here, it's still down that line, down that floorboard. So if I'm picking this line here, so I go from there, I swing through there, and as soon as I do that, it stays down the line. So that becomes a pendulum swing. As soon as I do this, it's way from a pendulum swing, it's gone. The wrist is pronated over. The reason is you get that, so that's why people like to do it. They get that speed of racket head through there when they push that over. And that's like false power in my mind. It's erratic power. It's power, but it's erratic. You don't need the power there. The best way to get power is that one, strangely enough, because I can do that there through the ball, and that will give me power, but it depends on angle and when you use it and how you use it, by the way, because that's obviously going to make the ball go out there if I do that. But that through there, when you go through there at the right time, it's like down there. You can get this kick down there that'll give you the follow through. So just finish there. So that brings me to an interesting point. So where do you finish? So I like to tell people to finish around about hip height. Hip to waist, somewhere there. If you can finish in that range, it's pretty cool. So here, there, somewhere there. And I'll like it back out So I do this with backhand and I do it on forehand when I teach people. I want them to point to the wall that they're facing. So when we start here, not on the prep, on the forehand, by the way, because that's not good. It just makes you really flicky. So we try and get that back a little bit there. But the follow through, I want that out there, if you can do it. Sometimes you'll do this, and sometimes you'll tuck it in here, because you might go cross court and you want to try and hide it a little bit. So it will go to there, and it will cut across because you've gone cross court. So you will close the face, but you won't go over there. You'll go there, and that's about it. But generally down the wall, you'll go there, 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 and you'll keep it in front. So the more I keep my racket in front of my body when I'm out here, and I swing through here. This is advanced here now. So, and beginners can do advanced stuff, no drama at all. And I teach beginners advanced stuff because who am I to say what they can and can't do? Once they show me they can't do it, I go, okay, we better learn this stuff first, right, before we do that. Okay, so we're out here, there, and out that way. So that there will go straight really well. And I've finished up across there. So it works really quite neatly and quite well. So it's a wonderful thing for you to do. So if you can do that, there, there, it's just such a good thing for you to do. It works really well. So it's around about hip height to there. You can finish up here, hand to heart, which goes all right. That's not too bad. So there, hand to heart, that's pretty neat. But what I basically say to people is I don't coach everybody the same. I basically say to people, have a couple of swings, work out where you think it's most comfortable, work out where you would like to finish your racket, and these are the benefits, and this is what you can do with it. So I'd suggest that you actually start to understand the benefits of this and the cost of that and so on, and then it's up to you, and we'll work together to go and get your style work to suit your body characteristics, because not everybody's body is the same either. Okay, so our follow through is really quite simple. The other thing you need to understand is that there's punch swing and there's a full swing. So from the back of the court, you'll probably go with a full swing. So you go here, and yes, you'll probably go up to about your shoulder or your heart. As you get closer up the front wall, what will happen is you'll have less and less and less of a swing. So my forehand drive from up here will be just there, and it's there, it's hip height, it's really low and it's really powerful. The ball just powers off the front wall really quickly. So it goes really fast. So the front wall one here is this one, and it's just gone. That's full muscle control, putting the ball exactly where you want to put it, rather than thinking you're just going to blast the thing away 1 billion miles an hour. Back here, you generally use the big swing. So it's not the same swing for everywhere that you hit. It changes. You use less and less as you get more towards the front of the court. In about the middle of the court here, you're going to go back here and you're just going to have a moderate follow through because you have to come off the ball and you need to maintain balance. So you can't afford the big follow through, and you can't afford to turn your body too much because you need the balance. So there you go, that is your follow through. Look at other sports, look at what they do, how they keep the follow through in line, intact. They hold their frame, they hold their body position. We can do the same in squash. Hold your body position and everything, racket straight over the floorboard. Finishes up really well, and use muscle strength rather than racket speed, and you'll start to really develop your strength and open up opportunities for all sorts of wonderful different shots. If you build it. If you're trying to throw this as fast as you can, you're wasting your time and you're just basically slowing your development down. There's times when you can do it, but if you're in that situation, you should hit a winner anyway. But generally, you're not going to be in that situation. You're going to be under stress. You're going to be off balance, so you need to use muscle control, muscle strength. Follow through, hip to shoulder, somewhere there, no more. Keep your racket out that way when you follow through. It's also safer than killing somebody behind you, and everything works really well. That's your forehand follow through. Hip, shoulder, open face, point to that side wall. Can't go wrong.